TransSECS OPC UA deployment. Working with a host application deployed as an OPC server. This video is a sequel to the GemHost introduction. Please watch that video if you have not already done so. We will deploy the GemHost project as an OPC UA server, and demonstrate monitoring and control from an OPC UA client. Select OPC UA server as the deployment type. Click the hammer and star button to build the project. The dialog indicating that a build is in progress will close automatically when the build is complete. After the build is complete, if you are in live mode, you will see the host connect to the tool. The SECS Gem standard allows only one host to connect to a tool. You must change TransSECS to SIM mode by pressing the live button. Or you can close the TransSECS application. The editor does not need to be running to use the OPC server. Clear the message windows so that we can see new messages from the OPC server. The OPC server is generated in the OPC UA folder of your project. Click the run.bat file to run the server. The OPC server will connect to the tool automatically and you will see messages sent and received. By default, in development mode, the server will start with a console or command shell window. This makes it easier to stop. When deployed, you can run without the console, auto start at login, or even run as a service. Minimize this window, but do not close it. Open your OPC UA client. Here we use the UA Expert OPC client. Right-click Servers. Choose Add. Double-click to add a server. Add the local OPC server. Configure the OPC URL endpoint. More information on configuring OPC clients can be found on the ErgoTech wiki. The tags associated with the TransSECS GemHost OPC server are under the entry GemHost. Expand the tree to see the tags. Reading event values from the tool. How to collect values on tool events and monitor them in your OPC UA client. The variables entry is at the bottom of the list. Expand this to see the tool VIDs. Open the VID entry to see the values available from the tool. In the UA Expert client, we drag tags from the list to the data access view in the center. We'll add the PPID, the wafer count, and the lot ID to the view. Notice that none of the variables have values, they have not yet been sent by the tool. Enter some values that will be sent to the SECS host, our OPC server, when an event is triggered by the tool. Choose the started event. Send the event. This simulates a real tool starting a process. Remember that in TransSECS we added two reports to the started event. The loaded report contains the lot ID, PPID, and control state. The started report contains the PPID and the wafer count. We see all these values in the SECS message. And we see the values in our OPC client. Monitoring alarms from the tool. Receive alarm notification in the OPC UA client. Monitoring and storing alarms is very simple, they are represented by tags in the OPC UA server. Add an alarm parameter from the alarm entry in the OPC UA tree. Here we add the text of the alarm, the ALTX tag. Select and send the alarm from the tool simulator. The alarm text is shown in the OPC UA client. You can monitor the ID of the alarm and whether it's set or cleared, the alarm set tag, by select the appropriate tag. Sending messages to the tool. Setting the message parameters and sending a remote command message to the tool. Select the message that you want to send. Here we choose the host command start. The host command start message was defined in TransSECS. It sends the recipe name to use for the run and simulates a tool start. Drag the recipe name tag into the data access view. Set the recipe name in the OPC tag. Drag the send message tag into the data access view. The send message tag is a Boolean tag. Set the value to true to send the message. The send message tag will automatically return to false. The message and the response can be seen in the message log. The value of the PPID field also changes to the name of the new recipe. The response status tag gives more information on the status of the message sent. Set the value to 99 and send the message. A value of 0 indicates a good message transaction. The message was sent and any expected reply was received. Non-zero values indicate an error. These are described in detail in the ErgoTech Wiki. Sending a message to the tool to request data. Setting the request parameters, sending the message and reading the response. We will send a request for a value using the S1F3 message defined in TransSECS. Add the message parameter tags and send message tag as before. From the response message add the SV tag that will be updated with the value. Change the SVID tag to match the value to be requested. Here we request the lot ID, which is a gem ID of 1514. Change the send message tag from false to true to send the message. We see the message in the message windows, and the value updates in the OPC client.